Out of the night.
Stories of adventure, mystery, and suspense.
The needle on the speedometer fascinated me. 50, 55, 60, 65. The truck kept gathering more momentum, faster and faster. I kept my hand on the horn to warn all the other trucks and cars that I was out of control to get out of my way. 75, 80. I couldn't understand. I wasn't scared. Like a dream, like a nightmare that would end as quick as it began. No, not a dream. This was happening to me.
Good evening. The American Broadcasting Company presents another story, Out of the Night, written by Larry Marcus and directed by William T. Johnson. Elliot Lewis stars in the role of George Graham in Dead End, this evening's story, Out of the Night.
85 miles an hour. 87. 88. No way to stop her. No brakes, no nothing. This was my death. I started remembering the way a drowning man remembers. And I began to know it was right that it should end like this. It had started less than 3 hours ago. A few minutes after 11 by the big noisy alarm clock on the chair by my bed. 11:05 Pacific Standard Time, like the man on the radio would say. The big blue Pacific. I came out to pick oranges off the trees and baked myself in the sun. Only I found out the same things happen to you no matter where you are. Started pacing up and down. I lit a cigarette. My fingers shook so much I had to hold the match with both hands. That clock, it was driving me nuts. I was smart. Can't stop it ticking anyhow. Helen?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
A car parked across the street a few minutes ago.
Black Buick sedan?
I don't know if it's a Buick.
It's them.
You don't know for sure.
I tell you, it's them. Have you got any money, Helen?
What for?
I got to get away.
Where you going?
To Frisco. If I can get to Frisco, I'll be all right.
Yeah, till the next time.
All right, don't start that. Have you got any money?
Where would I get money from you?
Maybe in Frisco it'll be different.
It'll never be different for you. You've never done anything right in your whole life. Leave it to me to team up with a guy like that.
Look, there's no time.
Come with me and I'll put diamonds in your ears.
Well, is it my fault?
Champagne for breakfast. So many furs in your closet you'll think it's a zoo. Tra-la, tra-la, tra-la. Oh, sure. Look, George, all you are is a cheap little tin horn who's reached the dead end.
Helen, don't say that.
Why not? Can't you stand the truth? Don't you know you've got no place else to go? Don't you know you'd be better off you let those guys in front kill you?
Helen.
You welched on them, didn't you? The least you can do is let them kill you. You'd really be better off, George. Everyone would be better off.
You shut up. I didn't mean that, Helen. Helen, you got me crazy. I'm sorry.
You better get out of here before I invite him in.
Well, I need some money to get away.
Sorry, I'm fresh out.
No, but Helen, honest.
Highway 99's less than a mile away. You should be able to hitch a ride easy. Least you got a thumb.
Helen, just $20 to do it.
Get out.
I didn't mean what I did before. Someday I'm going to get my break, and I'm going to make everything up to you, Helen. You see if I don't. One of these days I'm going to start going places.
Where can a guy go when he's reached dead end?
Wait. Helen shouldn't have said that. It wasn't my fault that I never got a break. I went down the back stairs. I could get out through the alley okay. They didn't know I'd been tipped off they were after me. They were waiting for me to come out the front way. Well, they'd have a long wait. I pushed open the screen door. There wasn't a sound in the darkness. I got to the alley.
Hey, Graham, wait up.
Huh?
Where you going?
I started running. I stumbled over a garbage can. Picked myself up and ran. I didn't want to die. I ran and ran. I began to feel as though I'd been pushed through a cement mixer. My body ached like I'd been beaten with a club. I don't know how long I ran, but finally I knew I was okay. I'd gotten away from them. For now.
Where can a guy go when he's reached dead end?
Did you ever have a tune in your head and you couldn't lose it? You think of 1,000,001 things, but it's always there. Somehow I got to Highway 99. I could still hear Helen's voice. It was after 11:30. It was cold and windy, and the cars were passing me like I was a stone or a piece of wood, not flesh and blood, just like them, trying to stay alive, trying to find a place for myself in this lousy world.
Where can a guy go when he's reached dead end?
I couldn't get rid of that voice. If I could have ripped it out of my head with my fingernails, I think I would have done it. I'd show her I hadn't reached dead end. I'd show her.
Hop in.
It was an old flivver. The guy driving it was a shriveled-up little squirt that could have been 60 or 100. We traveled at a steady 25 miles an hour. I'd like to have been moving faster, but you can't choose your rides in the middle of the night. 15, 20 minutes. The old guy didn't say a word the whole time. He just sat there behind the wheel with a cold pipe in his mouth, at peace with the whole world. I kept thinking I'd settle for that right now, for the rest of my life.
Well, as far as I'm going.
Huh?
Turn off on that little dirt road up yonder.
Oh, okay. Say,
Yes?
your place really must be away from everything.
Well...
You wouldn't be interested in taking in a boarder for a couple of days?
No,
I could pay you not much, but a little...
I wouldn't be interested. It's getting late.
Okay. After the Ford left, I felt like a lost penny. I couldn't have been more alone if I was in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Cars started passing me again. Their headlights blinded me for a second and then rushing on. It was getting colder all the time. I felt my whole body shivering. My teeth were chattering like a handful of dice. I don't know just how long I stood there. Then a car stopped, the headlights blinding me. A ride. I walked over to the car. My fingers closed around the handle just as the door opened.
Come right in, George.
You!
We've been looking for you. Come on in.
No! I don't know how I got away from them. I ran to the side of the road, rolled into a deep gully. I was all scratched up and bloody, but I didn't even feel the pain.
Where can a guy go when he's reached dead end?
No. I didn't believe that. I started crawling on my hands and knees along the bottom of the gully. I could taste dirt in my mouth. Any second I expected to hear a gun go off. I expected to feel a slug tear into me. After a while, I looked back. I'd gone about 50 yards. The guys had found a flashlight and were shining it down in the gully trying to find me.
Where can a guy go when he's reached dead end?
I don't know how long I crawled. But when I looked back again, I couldn't see the guys anymore. All I could see were the headlights of their parked car way down the road. I climbed out of the gully, back on the highway. I had to get another ride, quick. Big truck was parked just off the highway. I went around to the cab, climbed on the running board. The driver was just sitting up, rubbing his eyes and yawning.
What do you want, Charlie?
You're taking a little snooze for yourself, huh?
Yeah,
You're going to start rolling pretty soon?
right now. Alone.
Mind if I ride along with you?
Yeah, I mind.
No, look, I'm not like some of these guys. I won't talk an ear off you.
You won't talk an ear off me because I won't be around. Off the running board, Pally.
Mister, please, give me a break. It's hard getting a ride this time of night.
I said off the running board.
No, you can't leave me stranded here. They'll find me. They'll kill me.
Look, what are you trying to hand out? Now, for the last time, Pally, off the running
No,
board.
please, you got to give me a break.
I'll give you a break right in your head. See, this wrench I carried right up here with me for jokers like you. Now, don't get me started, Pally. Off the running board.
No, I can't.
Okay, I'll see if I can help you.
What are you going to do? Let go of me.
I'm going to give you that break you asked for, that big, wonderful break.
Everything got mixed up. Everything got torn and twisted.
Smart.
I felt pain one minute.
I'll show you who's smart.
And the next minute I felt nothing at all.
Where could a guy go when he's reached dead end?
Shut up, Helen, shut up.
Where could a guy go when he's reached
Smart
dead
guy,
end?
huh?
I knew I was fighting for the wrench, and I was crying. And I was going crazy trying to keep Helen's voice out of my head. And then right in the middle of everything, I started remembering something my old man used to say way back when I was a kid. And he'd come home from work to the swell supper his mama had waiting for him. Ain't it great to be alive? I finally got the wrench and hit him with it over and over again. Ain't it great to be alive? He'd say. Ain't it great to be alive? Then it was over. I was standing alone, trying to get my wind back. Feeling worn out through and through. I was holding something cold and wet. I looked at my fist. I was holding a wrench. I tried to let go of it. I couldn't. Then I saw the driver huddled at my feet, like he'd crawled off the highway to take a nap. I turned him over with my shoe. Felt sick. He was dead. Felt the wrench fall from my fingers. I looked down the road. The Buick was still parked. I started for the truck. I don't know how I felt. I felt like none of it was real, so it didn't matter. And I stopped. I went back to the body. I knelt down. I emptied the pockets. I put the wallet and some letters in my jacket, dug out my wallet and put it in the dead man's pants. I didn't think much about it. It just seemed like a good idea. Then while I was stooped over, I happened to see that the Buick down the road was starting to move. I rolled the body down into the gully. As it disappeared, I called after it. So long, George. I ran back to the truck. I was alive. I was on my way. Yeah, the old man was right. It was great to be alive. The Buick passed me like I was standing still. One of the guys in the front seat gave the truck the once-over, but I was slumped into the shadows. I was all right. I pulled out the driver's wallet. Looked at it under the dashboard lights. His name was Joe Parsons. Joe Parsons, okay. He was 32 years old. I could pass for that. 5'8". That was close enough. 180 pounds. Okay, so who could tell at night in work clothes? Joe Parsons, pleased to meet you. Yeah, and the pleasure is all mine. I stopped at the first roadhouse. I went around and back. I cleaned myself up. Then I went out in front. There was a phone booth there. I closed myself in. Dialed long distance.
Long distance?
I want to speak to Helen Graham in Los Angeles. Gladstone 3165.
One moment, please.
Yeah. From the moment I fished his wallet out, the idea had been taking shape. It was a fine idea. If Helen would help me, it would work.
I have your party.
Yeah.
That will be 60 cents plus 10 cents tax. 70 cents in all, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead, please. Hello.
Helen, it's me.
Where are you calling from?
I'm on the highway.
You got away from him?
Yeah.
You were born under a lucky star. They came up the apartment. They made me tell them what...
Okay, never mind that. Listen to me, baby. I think we're going to be okay.
I'm already okay.
All right, now listen. Before very long, you're going to get a call from the morgue.
Huh?
They'll want you to identify a body they're going to find on the highway.
Hey, what is this?
Just listen, will you?
Yeah?
The body will be pretty banged up, but you'll be able to identify it all right. You'll be able to say, it's me.
You?
Yeah. When the gang sees that in the papers, they'll stop looking for me.
So now you've killed a guy.
Well, I didn't mean to.
You never mean anything you do.
Well, he'd have killed me if I hadn't fought back. You'll do it, won't you, Helen?
Oh.
Please, Helen. It's the last time I'll ask you for anything. I'll make it up to you. You'll see if I don't.
Yeah, sure. All right. I'll do it.
Yeah, thanks, Helen.
I still think you'd be better off dead.
Operator?
Operator, I'm a truck driver. I just saw a body along Highway 99.
A body? Wait one moment. I'll connect you with the police.
No, you wait. I haven't got time to call the police. I'm behind schedule now.
But, sir...
You call them. Tell them to get out there. About 5 miles this side of Kilgore. I hung up on her. And I got out of the phone booth. Then I went back to the truck and started driving. I didn't know much about driving a truck like this, but I kept her in low gear all the way. I fell into place with other trucks on the highway, and I was okay. After a while, I could start thinking about other things. About starting over again. Maybe making a go of it this time. When was I going to get my break? Everybody had a jackpot waiting for him someplace. Well, I was sure ready for mine. Then I saw the cop standing in the middle of the road, signaling me with a flashlight, signaling me to stop. I felt a tiny nerve deep inside me start jangling. I felt a bead of sweat slide down my cheek. What'd this guy want?
Come on out.
What for?
You know what for.
No, I don't know what...
Come on. You've been driving a truck long enough to know an inspection depot when you see it?
Oh, yeah, sure. What's the matter with me tonight?
What's your name?
Joe Parsons.
Parson. Oh, you're the one.
Huh?
What are you carrying
What do you mean
back?
I'm the one? I'm the one for what?
The kid was asking
What
about.
kid? Where is
Come on. There's other guys waiting, too. What are you carrying in back?
I
know. You guys could carry nitroglycerin and not know about it. I've been working the Nevada highway, and the drivers there are just the same. Come on, get the keys and open her up.
I got the back open. The cop shined his light around. It was all wooden packing cases in front, but in back there were crates of fruit and vegetables.
Yeah, that outfit of yours.
What's the matter?
I was warned to be on the lookout for something like this.
What?
How am I supposed to inspect the stuff when it's packed in like that?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Time you guys learned a lesson. Come on into the office, partner.
Oh, but listen, I'm late.
You're going to be a lot later. Come on.
Now, give me a break, will you?
Come on. We're going to make a call.
Who are you going to call?
Your company. That's who I'm going to call. I'm going to have them send out a couple of stevedores to unload so I can see what you got. You're going to wait till they get here.
Hey, I can't do that.
Who says you can't? Right through there. Who's that? Yeah.
I had to get out of here.
When?
If anybody came out from the company, they'd recognize right away that I wasn't Joe Parsons.
No. Yeah, okay.
I looked at the door. Maybe I ought to make a break for it.
Yeah, right away.
I had to do something.
Fine thing. I just found a dead guy up the road.
Yeah?
Got to get down there right away.
What about me?
All right, I'll let it go this time.
Swell. I'll see it won't happen again.
You signed the report, didn't you?
Sure. Okay for me to go?
Yeah. That poor stiff on the road, whoever he is, he's done you a big favor, Joe. Go on, get going.
I climbed back into the truck. I kicked the starter. I wanted to get out of there so bad. It was a full minute before I saw the girl sitting there staring at me.
You're Joe Parsons, aren't you?
Well?
I'd been waiting in the shed. I called up the trucking company and said it was an emergency. They told me you'd be coming through around now.
What do you want? I'm not supposed to pick up passengers, even good-looking girls, much as I'd like to.
I'm Ruth.
Yeah, okay. Am I supposed to know you, Ruth?
I'm Evelyn's sister.
Oh, Evelyn's sister.
She came home to Ma last week. Just like she said she would.
That's swell.
Yeah, she came home. In a box.
Look, honey.
That's why I came out here. To kill you.
Now, look, honey. You better put that gun away.
Just try to grab it. I want you to. That'll make it easier for me. I guess I've done everything else that's rotten in this world, but I never killed anybody before.
Why do you want to kill me?
Huh. When you walked out on my kid sister, you killed her.
What?
She was dead long before she turned on the gas.
What are you trying to do? Tell me I killed her? Oh, wait a minute.
You could have seen some of the letters she sent home. You were her dream man. I could have told her about dream men. I've been bumping into dream men all my life. But she wouldn't have listened. All right. It's over for her. Now it's going to be over for you, Joe.
You're making a mistake. Listen to me. I'm not Joe. If you kill me, you're killing the wrong guy. And I can prove it.
How?
Well, she must have sent you pictures of this guy. Look, I'll turn on the light. Here. Look at me. I'm not Joe.
She never sent us any picture. All she said, you were dark and handsome. If you weren't sweating so much, some people might call you handsome.
Look, I tell you, I'm not...
I like to see you sweat. I've been battered around so much by guys like you. Yeah, I love to see you sweat.
Yeah, but I tell you, I'm not Joe. My name's George Graham.
Show me something that says you're George Graham.
Sure, I'll show you my wallet. Wait.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
I didn't think you could.
Now, listen to me.
I've been listening for the last 5... Hey, what is that?
Police car came up.
If you say anything, I'll kill you. I don't care what happens.
Shut up, it's that cop.
Parsons?
Yeah.
I'll lock you up. Here I should be halfway to Kilgore by now on that accident case, and I gotta go chasing after you.
What's wrong?
The report.
What about it?
I thought you told me you signed it.
Oh.
That's all I do. Just let one of you guys get by without signing, and then it's my neck.
Yeah, it slipped my mind.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I can see why. You ought to know better to park on the highway like this, Joe.
What do you mean?
Ask the lady what I mean. She was asking when you were coming in. I didn't realize it was romance.
Why don't you shut up?
You can't talk to me like that.
Oh, you got it all figured out, haven't you?
Not much to figure, lady. Yeah, sign it, Joe. I gotta get going.
Here, give me the pencil. Here you are.
Joseph Parsons, okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, you better not park on the highway with a lady, Joe. They got laws.
Yeah, all right.
Nice fella. The world's full of nice fellas. Wherever you go, you'll find somebody with a hand ready to push your face in.
He shouldn't have talked to you like that.
And you. So you're not Joe Parsons, huh?
Look, I had to sign Joe Parsons. I had a reason. Wouldn't have I had told him to grab you if I didn't have a reason?
You couldn't have been afraid of the gun. No, not you. Well, you should have told him to grab me, Joe.
Wait, listen to me, you crazy dame. I'll tell you the truth. I done you a favor. You don't have to worry about killing Joe Parsons. He's already dead.
Dead? How do you know?
I killed him, that's how I know.
Huh?
Back on the highway 3-4 hours ago. I was in trouble. I had to get a ride. He wouldn't give me one. We started fighting. He had a wrench. I killed him with it.
I don't believe you.
But don't you see? That's why I couldn't tell the cop about you. Don't you see? He'd have brought us both in. Everything would have come out.
Oh, wouldn't I be a sucker to fall for that?
I'm telling you the truth. Hey. Helen, sure.
What are you talking about?
I can prove I'm George Graham. The next gas station we come to, we'll stop. You can phone Helen.
You're sure trying to sell me a bill of goods.
I'm trying to stay alive. The first gas station. We'll phone from there. You'll see.
It better not be too far away.
Maybe the next gas station wasn't really far away, but it seemed to me like it must have been on the outskirts of China. She just sat there, looking out at the road ahead. Her face was hard and cold. I knew if this didn't work, she'd finally get nerve enough to kill me.
There's a garage down the road. They'll have a phone.
Yeah. There's only one thing.
What's that?
I've been thinking.
Yeah?
I'll have to talk to Helen first.
Why?
Well, so I can explain to her she has to tell you the truth. Otherwise...
Otherwise what?
Well, I called her before and told her what happened. I mean about Parsons. I told her she was to identify the body of Parsons as me. Well, that's been 3 hours anyhow. That means the chances are she's already been called. Now, if you ask her about me without me talking to her first, why then she'd say to you...
Shut up! Shut up! I'm tired of your lies.
I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. I swear it is.
Stop the truck. Here, before we reach the garage.
Why?
I said stop the truck.
Now, give me a break. You're making a mistake.
I've been making mistakes all my life. Stop the truck.
So you can kill me? No.
Look, I told you...
Go ahead and shoot, baby. Only you're going to die, too. Because once my hands leave this wheel...
You think I care about that?
Better than 50 miles an hour already. You'll tip over and burn like a torch. Almost 60, baby.
Hey.
Move over, suckers. Move over. The express is coming through on a one-way street.
Stop, turn. Up ahead.
Ruth?
Yeah?
You all right?
I think so. You?
I'm okay.
We must have been thrown clear. So it wasn't a dead end after all.
What?
The last thing I thought about before we went off the road. It was funny. I thought all my life everything I'd done had driven me step by step to this road. And to this moment. And you. That really sounds goofy, doesn't it?
No. Helen said that, too. About dead end, I mean. And I guess you'll think this is some more of my baloney. But what you just said, I felt that, too.
No kidding.
Yeah.
George.
I'm Joe, remember?
No. You're George.
Now you believe me?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe that jolt I got. Maybe it knocked some sense into me.
No. I don't think it's that. Hey.
Huh?
What? No, it's nothing.
Hold my hand, will you?
What's the matter?
Must be the shock or something.
You feel weak?
No. Funny. Giddy. Like I was just starting to get high. No, not that either.
Ruth, listen.
It's all mixed up. I feel like I used to feel when I was just a little kid. Ma would bathe me in the kitchen. And I'd sit near the stove in a big Turkish towel and... Oh, what am I talking about?
Ruth, listen to me.
Hey.
Where you going?
We gotta get back to the truck. Look at it.
No, wait.
Huh?
You don't want to go back to the truck, honey.
Why not? You got to report the accident.
If we go back to the truck, we'll see something that... Well, this is all going to seem awful crazy to us at first. Until we understand it better.
George, what will we see?
We'll see two bodies.
Whose bodies?
Ours. Yours and mine, Ruthie.
The American Broadcasting Company has presented another play in a series titled Out of the Night. Tonight's story, Dead End, starred Elliot Lewis as George and featured Jeanette Nolan as Ruth, Lois Corbett as Helen, John McIntyre as the inspector, and David Ellis as the truck driver. Listen again next week over most of these stations to another story,
Out of the Night.
George Fenneman speaking. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.